everyone. Ready for a deep dive into something that could really hit your wallet?
Oh, yeah, this is a big one.
Today we're looking at President-elect Trump's tariffs and how they might impact prices.
Right. You know, those everyday things you buy.
Exactly.
They get more expensive.
We've got this article from December 5th
Oh, okay.
by Christian Hetzner from Name of Publication.
Okay.
And it's all about what Walmart's saying about these tariffs.
Interesting. Walmart. Huh?
Yeah. They're the biggest retailer in the country.
Right. So they would definitely know.
Exactly. They really have a feel for how prices work.
Yeah. And you know what's really important about Walmart?
What's that?
Well, think about who shops at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of working families, middle-class families.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
So if their prices go up,
Ooh, that's going to affect a lot of
a
people.
lot of people, yeah, it's not just like some luxury store.
No, it's like the heartbeat of America's shopping.
Exactly. And that's what makes what their CFO said so important.
Oh, right. John David Rainey?
Yeah, he was on Fox News.
Okay.
And he said, and I quote, "Tariffs are going to be inflationary." There's no disputing that.
Oh, strong words.
Yeah, and from Walmart, a company that's all about low prices.
Right. They practically built their brand on that.
Yeah, always low prices.
Right. So when they say something's going to make prices go up,
People listen.
yeah, for that.
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
Remember back during the election?
Oh, yeah.
The Trump campaign was super into tariffs.
Right. They were a big part of their platform.
Yeah, they kept saying tariffs are a tax on foreign countries.
Like it was some kind of economic superpower.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and they even talked about maybe getting rid of income taxes because of tariffs.
Whoa, hold on, really?
Yeah, that was a big talking point.
I mean, I can see why voters would like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But is that realistic?
That's the big question, right?
So what's the thinking behind that? Like, how are tariffs supposed to work?
Well, the idea is to help American industries
Okay.
and protect American jobs.
By making foreign goods more expensive.
Gotcha. So it's like if we put a tariff on computer chips from China,
Mm-hmm.
it makes American-made chips more competitive.
Exactly.
Okay, I see the logic there.
But it sounds like Walmart's saying, hold on a sec, those tariffs could backfire.
Right, and hurt consumers.
Exactly.
It's tricky. It's like, yeah, we want to protect our industries, but
We don't want to make things too expensive for people.
yeah, you got to find that balance.
And it's not just about prices here at home either.
Oh, right. Global stuff.
Yeah, like other countries might retaliate with their own tariffs.
Oh, yeah, like a trade war.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
then everyone loses.
Prices go up everywhere.
Yep. Suddenly that tax on foreign countries.
Ends up hitting everyone.
And that's why I think Walmart's perspective is so important here.
I agree. They're not just talking about theory.
Right.
They're actually dealing with this stuff every day.
They're on the front lines.
Exactly. With suppliers, inventory prices.
So they see the real world consequences.
Yeah, and it's not like they're just sitting back and letting prices skyrocket.
Oh, really?
No, they're trying to find ways to keep things affordable for customers.
Okay, so while the Trump campaign was all about this win-win with tariffs
Walmart's waving a big red flag.
and saying, oh, this might not be so simple.
There's going to be some fallout.
Right. And they're trying to figure out how to protect their customers from it.
It's a fascinating situation for sure.
Definitely lots to unpack here.
Absolutely.
So it's like we've got these two stories going on.
Right.
One is the campaign promises, tariffs are going to fix everything.
Yeah, and it'll be this win for America.
But then you've got these huge companies like Walmart who are basically saying, oh, this might hurt.
Yeah, it's like campaign talk versus the real world.
And remember that article mentioned how people were feeling about the economy?
Oh, yeah, 2/3 of voters were unhappy.
And inflation was a top concern.
Right. People were feeling the pinch.
And the Trump campaign really tapped into that.
They offered a simple solution.
Like tariffs will solve everything.
And it won't even cost you anything.
But now we're seeing maybe it's not that simple.
Not at all. The National Retail Federation, they pushed back hard on that idea.
Oh, yeah. They represent a lot of big retailers.
They said it's not foreign countries who pay the tariffs.
It's the American shoppers.
Exactly.
So instead of a tax on foreign countries,
It's more like a hidden tax on us.
like we won't see tariff on our receipts.
But it'll be there in the price.
Okay, so how does that actually work? Like, can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine a clothing company.
Okay.
They get fabric from China. Now there's a tariff on that fabric.
So their costs go up.
Right. And what do?
They raise the price of their clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even though it's a tariff on Chinese fabric,
We're the ones paying more.
for that shirt,
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But do companies always raise prices?
well, some might try to eat the cost.
Like, just absorb it.
Yeah. Especially at first.
Right.
But they can't do that forever.
Right. Businesses need to make money.
Exactly. And unless foreign companies suddenly lower their prices
which isn't going to happen.
That cost gets passed down to us.
It's like a game of hot potato.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Then nobody wants to hold the tariff for too long.
Because it burns.
And it ends up with us at the checkout.
That's a great way to put it, and it shows why this is such a big deal.
Yeah, it's not just about economics. It's about real people's lives.
Their budgets, their ability to buy what they need.
Okay, so let's say these tariffs happen. What should we look out for?
Well, first, how are they implemented?
What do you mean?
Is it a flat tariff on everything? Like 10% on all imports?
Or is it more targeted?
Exactly. Certain industries or countries?
So the details matter.
A lot. Because that's how it impacts the economy.
Makes sense. What else?
Watch how businesses react.
Do they raise prices?
Right? Or can they absorb the cost?
It's like Walmart. They're trying to find a way.
But even they say prices are probably going up.
And what about that trade war thing you mentioned?
Oh, yeah, that's a real risk.
Like if other countries get mad.
And they retaliate with their own tariffs.
Could happen.
Definitely. Like the EU could put tariffs on our stuff.
Our cars, our food.
And then everyone loses.
Prices go up everywhere.
That's a dangerous game.
So even though the Trump administration says these tariffs are good for us,
there are definitely downsides.
And we need to pay attention to them.
Absolutely. Because economics is complicated.
What helps one country
might hurt everyone in the end.
It's all about finding that balance
between helping our industries and protecting consumers.
This is making me think a lot.
Good. That's the goal.
So let's say prices do start going up.
Okay.
What can we do about it?
Well, first, don't panic.
Haha, no stockpiling toilet paper.
Not yet. But knowledge is power.
Meaning?
The more we understand about this,
the better we can handle it. Okay, I get that, but what can we actually do?
It's not about feeling powerless.
Right.
Our choices as consumers matter.
But if everything gets more expensive...
I know, it feels like we don't have much choice.
Right. I can't just stop buying food.
True. But you can make informed choices.
Okay, give me an example.
Like if imported electronics get pricier.
Okay.
Maybe you fix your old phone instead of buying a new one.
Oh, interesting.
Or you buy more local products.
That support businesses here.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's like voting with our wallets.
Yeah, exactly.
But what about the bigger picture,
Like government policy.
Yeah, how can we actually influence that?
Well, don't underestimate collective action.
I mean...
one person complaining might not do much.
Right.
But when a lot of people speak up...
politicians pay attention.
They have to.
And remember, this article said tariffs were a big part of Trump's campaign.
Yeah, it was a key issue for voters.
And that's why it's happening.
Right, people voted for it.
So if we don't like how these tariffs are working...
we need to say something.
Speak up.
Exactly. Write to your representatives.
Go to town halls.
Talk to your friends and family.
Share information online.
The more people who are aware of the potential problems,
the more likely things will change.
That's the hope anyway.
It's like that saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Exactly, if we stay silent.
It's like we're agreeing.
Even if we're not.
And I think it's important to say, this isn't about being against all tariffs.
Right.
It's about being informed.
Understanding the good and the bad.
And holding our leaders accountable.
Making sure they're doing what's best for us.
So what kind of questions should we be asking them?
Well, for starters, how are they going to protect consumers?
Especially families who are already struggling.
Yeah, those who are most vulnerable to price increases.
What are they doing to prevent a trade war?
That's a big one.
And are these tariffs actually going to work?
Like, are they really going to create jobs and boost the economy?
We need answers.
Not just promises.
We need to see the details.
And the plan.
And we need to hold them to it.
Absolutely.
It's an ongoing conversation.
As these tariffs take effect,
we need to stay engaged.
Keep asking questions.
So to wrap this up for our listeners, the takeaway here is that even though this feels huge,
complicated,
we can make a difference.
Our choices matter.
We can vote with our wallets.
And we can make our voices heard.
Hold our leaders accountable.
It all starts with being informed.
And engaged.
Asking questions.
That's how we shape the future.
Of our economy.
And the world.
It's on us.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
From campaign promises.
To Walmart's warnings.
The potential upsides.
On the serious risks.
How it affects us.
Businesses.
The whole world.
It's a lot to think about.
But remember, knowledge is power.
The more we understand,
the better we can handle whatever comes next.
So stay curious.
Stay engaged.
Keep asking those tough questions.
And join us next time for another deep dive.
Into the issues that matter most.
Until then, stay informed.
And stay empowered.